Assalamualaikum. I would like to begin the presentation with a little bit introduction of our company. Our company's name is Coffee Valley Sinjar Berhad, which was established back in 2017. Initially, we only had a shop lot, which was located in Puchong, and now we managed to have a total of 5 shop lots, which are located in Shah Alam, Puchong, Ampang, uh, Melaka, and also Seremban. If you are wondering what is actually we're doing, we actually producing and also selling the bottle coffee drink with multiple flavors such as biscoff latte, caramel milk latte, mocha, white coffee, and vanilla latte. For the employees, as our business grow, we also had to employ more salesperson, and now we have over 10 staff all over Malaysia. The vision of our company is to strive to be the leading coffee brand, especially in the beverage industry, while we make it a mission to provide the best quality product that money can buy and excellent service altogether.
Alright, my name is Muhammad Fidaus Afiazik bin Karim. So I will continue to present the sales trend analysis and product analysis. So this is our company, our dashboard, which is contain the sales trends analysis, product analysis, sales branch analysis, profit analysis, customer analysis, salesman analysis, and overall performance analysis. So I will continue to present the sales trend analysis. As we can see, overall of sales trend analysis is going uptrend. So the sales was increased from January until May, which is from 735,000 in January to 1,478,000. This is increasing, steadily increasing from January until May. But sales slightly decrement in June with total sales 1,435,000, which is decreased by 43,200. Luckily, the sales is continue uptrend from July until end of the year. As the conclusion, our sales depict the good performance of the company in order to generate income. Next is a product analysis. So as we can see, we have 5 type of the product, which is biscoff latte, caramel milk latte, mocha, vanilla latte, and white coffee latte, white coffee. So product analysis, we are going to discuss the sum of the total sales in a year. So as we can see, firstly, as we can see, the majority of product sold is a mocha, which is 26%, and caramel milk latte 32%, following with white coffee, which is 30%, and vanilla latte 19%. And the lesser of the product sold is a biscoff latte, which is 13%. We can conclude the 4 products these have their own demands regardless by the coffee lovers customers. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nurdana Azima binti Sharin. For this Pbl presentation, I will present the sales analysis by branch.
Analysis on each branch related with the product total sales of quantity sold. Since each branch is located at different region, the sales are depends on the demographic section. This table shows the sum of total sales made by the branch for the year 2020. From the data of this table, we can see that Shah Alam branch got the highest total sales, which is RM 447,840. This is happened due to a few reasons. One of the reasons is because of the location that the branch are placed. Shah Alam branch are placed at the middle of city, which is packed with the residential area. For the lowest sales, we got Puchong with the total sales amounted 352,800 ringgit. The reasons why Puchong branch generate lower sales is because of Puchong branch are located at the remote area. Puchong is our first branch. We decided to make Puchong as our first branch because of the monthly rent for the shop are low. From the analysis of this table, we can see that the branch that located at packed area can generate more sales from the branch that located at the remote area. For this bar chart, we can see that Puchong branch sold the most amount of coffee, particularly in mocha flavor. This shows that Puchong's customer favors mocha compared to other flavor, and the least favorite was biscoff latte. Puchong branch manager can take note on this matter to produce higher amount of mocha coffee and lesser in producing biscoff latte coffee, so that we can meet the customer's need and can reduce the waste of unsold coffee. Negeri Sembilan's branch sold the most in the flavor of white coffee and sold the least in the flavor of Biscoff latte. Meanwhile, for Malacca's branch, the highest sales are made in the flavor of caramel milk latte and lower sales are in the flavor white coffee. Last but not least, which is Ampang branch, the highest sales are in the flavor of mocha and the least are in the flavor white coffee. From this analysis, the management can apportion the resources accordingly to each particular branch favorite. And meanwhile, for the least favorite, the management team also can increase the promotion for that flavor more actively so that each flavor will get the attention from the customer.
Okay, so hi, Assalamualaikum back to me. I'm Nur Shabila binti Zani and I'm going to present this customer analysis by product. So actually, so what does this bar chart helps as a management team in terms of analyzing the customer analysis by product is that we can actually see for the first product, which is our coffee drink in the flavor of Biscoff latte, we can see that the customers actually bought the most is actually Alicia binti Kaman and also Alia Kamarina binti Zulkifli, which both bought the most of coffee drink, which is 230 cartons. Meanwhile, the customer that actually bought the least is actually, we have 5 customers in total, which is Alif Izzah bin Abdullah, and then we have Atira binti Kamal, and then we have Haizat bin Rusli, and then we have Ikmal bin Haizat, and also Izzuddin bin Daud with total 5 of them only bought 40 cartons in that particular year. Okay, so why is this very important for us to actually analyze for this, all these customers actually bought the most or actually bought the least is because actually we label our agent as our customers. Okay, the reason why we use agent because we feel like that is like the best strategy in increasing the sales for our products, because agent actually will be the one that also will be helping us in terms of promoting the products widely. Okay, so now we're going to see our last product, which is our coffee drink in the flavor of white coffee. And we can see that the highest amount had been bought by Izzuddin bin Daud, total up to 330 cartons for this year. And meanwhile, the customers that bought the least for this flavor, actually we have 4, which is Fasha Kila binti Ghazali, and then we have Akram bin Bahar, and then we have Amar Bahari bin Mustafa, and also we have Alif Izzat bin Abdullah, which is again his name is the lowest in the other flavor of our product. So yes, actually we can see that so far, just like we can see in terms of this our customer, which is Alif Izzat bin Abdullah, we can see that his name had been, I would say the points of this discussion, we can see that he actually been the lowest in these flavors, then suddenly he been the highest in terms of another flavor. So yes, from this we can definitely go into contact him directly and ask him for this particular incident for it to happen. So yeah, now we're going to see overall actually which customer that bought the most in terms of amounts. And then we can see that this blue bar is actually the highest. So it's actually bought the most by Akram bin Bahar in the flavor of caramel milk. Okay, so now we're going to move to the salesman analysis by product. So the reason why salesman analysis by product is really important to the management team, because we want to see which salesman actually sells the most or sells the least in each particular flavor, because we actually, and the management team, we want to cater the amount of resources, I would say just the right amount to supply and demand so that there is no wastage that's going to happen. Okay, so first we're going to take a look for the products for the Biscoff latte. We can see the salesman that sold the most in this particular flavor is actually Azhar bin Ismail, in the total amount of 360 cartons. Meanwhile, the salesman that sold the least in this particular flavor is actually Muhammad Shazwan bin Mustafa. So not just we want to cater for this particular resources that we have, but also we want to investigate the reason why this particular salesman that sells the most or sells the least. Is it because there's 3 factors? Is it because the branch that actually just produced too much of that particular flavor that they literally have no other options but to sell them? Or it could be that this particular salesman and just literally just trying to selling this flavor the most, or it could be that just because the customer demand itself. Okay, and then next we have white coffee. Okay, so for this white coffee flavor, the highest amount has been sold by Saiful Amiran bin Dola, which is total to 440 cartons. And the least amount of this white coffee flavor has been sold by Haikal bin Ghazali. which is 80 cartons. So yeah, and now we go into look overall. Okay, so for overall, we can see that the highest amount that has been sold for the for each particular, I would say, salesman is actually by Azam Hayat for the flavor of mocha. For 470 cartons. So yeah, we'll definitely going to keep our eyes on him, and maybe we could actually set him as the workers of the year. And meanwhile, the employee that sells the least is actually Muhammad Shazwan bin Mustafa overall, which is in the flavor of actually Biscoff latte, which is 40 cartons, and so does the Noor Ain Binti Chikno in the flavor of vanilla latte, which is 40 cartons.
Okay, next, I will present about the profit analysis by branch. As we know, when company is formed, one is primary goal is to make money. Basically, every business owner wants his company to earn more profit than he spends. As we can see from the screen that I have shared, Ampang branch generate a profit 55,550 ringgit, and followed by Melaka branch, which is 67,760. And next, Negeri Sembilan, 69,818. And Shah Alam, which is our headquarter, generate profit 74,640. And lastly, Puchong, which is our first branch, generate profit 62,800. Okay. With this profit for every branch, we conclude that the branch that will open at the location near to a residential area does not generate more profit compared to the other branch. Okay, next, from this diagram, show the detail on the profit analysis, specifically for the Shah Alam branch and other branch. Okay, which we can see that Shah Alam branch will contribute by the sale on the vanilla latte flavor coffee. This shows that there is a high demand in vanilla latte flavor compared to the other flavor in Shah Alam. Okay. The profit is then contributed by the sale of flavor in mocha, white coffee, caramel, and Biscoff latte. This will lead the management to set the amount of the production according to the demands in that area, so that it will not just lessen to the wastage of expired unsold product, but also can lead to get a higher profit. Okay. Now we see from the Ampang branch, which is generate lowest amount of profit compared to the other branch, which we can see that the highest profit from the sales in Ampang, which is mocha flavor, then followed by the caramel latte, vanilla latte, white coffee, and Biscoff latte subsequently. From this analysis, we can conclude that it will be beneficial to both the company and the branch as a whole to cater the needs of the customers, so that it will have the increasing in sale of the coffee, which since the mocha flavor receives the highest demand in Ampang branch, so the production of mocha flavor coffee will going to be higher compared to the other flavor. Other approach our company can aid to this low sale is also by increase the production for not just the flavor that receive low demand, but also all the flavor as a whole.
Hi, my name is Nur Hidayah binti Muhammad Hauza, and I'm going to present the company's overall performance analysis. Here is the table that shows the company's overall performance for 12-month periods ever since the company was established. As we can see here, the company's performance for the first 5 months in operating, which is from January until May, the company shows steady growth. However, on June, the company's performance was decreased from 24,740 to 23,920, which is the differences was about 2.9%, which is not good for the company. And then the management team need to be more alert in the promotion ideas for the company's product. And as we can see, after implementing the promotion ideas in promoting the company's product in such a period of time, the company's performance then starting to gain its momentum and continue to strive in increasing the sales of the product, which we can see from June until December, the company's performance keep on increasing steadily. So here is the company's overall performance analysis graph. And as I mentioned earlier, that the company's performance for the first 5 months increased steadily, but suddenly on June, the companies didn't manage to keep their performance very well. And just only for 1 month, the company managed to come back and have their performance increasing back until the end of the year, which is from June until December. And despite of the steady growth, we can see that the Biscoff Latte flavored coffee drink was sold the least, and the total quantity sold as also much lower if to compare with the other flavors. And with that being said, that the management team should take this matter into consideration in promoting the flavor in the future period.